I'm going to read you some poems from Constructing a Witch, which is about the monstering and othering of women. It's about female power and disempowerment and the fear of aging femininity. I've been researching around this area and reading for quite a little while, maybe 4 or 5 years, and I suddenly realised I'd become one of those women who had started to pay attention to this kind of thing. This poem is called The Waking. I have become one of those women who goes about with a rattan carriage salvaging women buried at crossroads or those planted out in the woods. One of those women who reconstructs bodies replacing ligaments with wire. The kind of woman who mixes her own blood with the earth to bring swell to their bones. The kind of woman who tarries with the devil in the naughty light of day. Why must we be occult? I hold up those rekindled women. We reel, we howl, and we shoot our filthy mouths off. This next poem is called Some Definitions of Witch. It's a little, it's in 8 parts, and these are just some of them that I've come up with. There are many more, I'm sure. Some definitions of witch. Carcass of rags, the dead rat's stink of old milk, are beyond the pale beggar runt of the litter. Gleaner of herbs, hallower of the compass, cunning hedge rider, measurer of fire. Midwife of shadows, low vixen with blood on its moor, deliverer of silence to the hen house. Lighter than a Bible, priestly ink is gravity beneath her flying feet. Her body writes into the sky. Blended with the earth, she wears a moss cloak. Some procure her remedies. She is a scapegoat for bad luck. A childless wraith in a child's picture book. The worst mother man ever invented. The method of kettling troublesome women. A peck of black pepper in the milk and water blether. Practitioner of forgotten ways, of rituals, sayer of spells, barefoot earth listener, older than God or television. So some of my arduous research has been watching films, and probably the most iconic witch in film is the green one from The Wizard of Oz. And I kind of like the polarity of those witches that are in that film. The green one, she conjures things by saying things. She says poppies and they appear, so she kind of seems to do it from her own body. The pink one just she just arrives and she has a wand and it's separate to her. So I was interested in that kind of polarity. The title of this poem is something that Glinda the Good, the pink one, says, "Only bad witches are ugly." Do you light from the skies in the blush of a bubble, your gown all glamoured with stars? Or does the earth spew you forth in a retch of red smoke? Are you more peaches and cream or frog in a quagmire, opiate stoned in a cradle of poppies, or rattled awake in the dash of a blizzard? Are you gooder than good in a basket of good, unbinding the bad with your charming white wand? Or is your scandalous body the root of your power? Are you a good witch or are you a bad witch? Questions. This one, so there's quite a lot of stories and myths involving apples. Very famous biblical one, of course. And there's magic, there's spells involving apples, love spells. And this one is called The Gift. There was once a lonely woman who replaced her heart with an apple. She took a sharp knife and engraved her name in its freshly shined skin, and the names of these spirits, Cosma, Synode, Hupidi. She stood in the middle of a bridge as the wind heaped bright dying leaves all about. She balanced an apple in the palm of her hand, but nobody came for her love. and the earth moved through the seasons, and still nobody came. This carried on till the apple resembled some devil, they say, and the woman herself had transmuted to dust. One day a quiet pandemonium emanated from the apple, and the townspeople hid behind themselves, too cowed to approach. A man stepped from the crowd with the air of a judge. He decreed that, indeed, the apple was infested with foul spirits, and pitched it into the river with his long-legged boot. This one, when I find it, it's a little sequence of spells, resistance spells. There's a little quote with it about the definitions of violence against women decreed by the United Nations. This first one, there's a little bit about needle felting in. I do a little bit of needle felting, so there's some instructions about that. And the last one, I was in an abusive relationship, which for 11 years somehow. I wrote about that in Waiting for Bluebeard, so that comes into the last one here. So resistance spells. Spell to take back the night. As a fox then, a rust blade through the bare belly of midnight. That's how it goes. Take to your workbench, crack the nitrogen bubbles in your knuckles, gather your fibres and needles. Do it now, as the sun crosses the street, or hands in its pockets, or devil may care. The barbs of your needles stabbed into the fibres will ravel them in on themselves. When your hide is complete and you are fixed safe inside, then you shall go to the ball. Summoning spell. The body. Call back blood to blood. Call back the spectacle of flesh. Fasten on your head with wire, hold it like a scrying ball in your savvy hands. You will see now clear as clear. The acid burns, the lotus feet, the force fed and the skinned down. Your face floats just below the surface of the glass. Midwife your very body home from every shabby playboy den, and launder up the air with smudging sage. Call back the spectacle of flesh. Call back blood to blood. Disarming spell. The enchanter. This is a lesson in forgetting, unpicking yourself from the love song he constructed, which you ruined for him with your clumsy ways. This is when you stop saying sorry, when you decide what shoes to wear. Trace a circle around yourself, use the wingspan of your arms to gather all the sky you need. From this leeway you will behold the woman who trod warily about her daily chores, the one who bit her tongue so much her words were rendered void. If you desire it, trod barefoot. The critic spitting resumes of how you have performed each day has melted clean away. This is furthermore a lesson in self-conjuring. I'll read you a couple more. So I said about the fear of aging femininity, so I'm going to read you some body-ish ones now. The change. It needs no introduction. It's one of those euphemisms, right? The change. You sit inside yourself and your body does its thing. 1 minute it's a honeypot of estrogen. The next, the head you had grown up with is a crucible. And the words flushes and flashes don't touch the sides of this urge to run clear of this chassis. The clothes in your wardrobe carry a whisper of mutton from a source buried deep inside language. You smear Lady Danger on muttony chops, and everywhere advice on how to hide your arms. Heaven forfend you make a spectacle of your collagen depletion. Every night your hormones throw a party you don't want to attend, messing with the levels like a bad DJ. You read that tinnitus is affected by estrogen's jitterbug, that not enough research has been done. Your skin is a rubber doll plumped up with lava that stumbled into a cold store at 4 a.m. On the same theme, apparently, well, it depends where you look, but on this particular website, 34 symptoms of the menopause. There are many more, and they jump up on you. And this one is about just people, well, reaching out to each other online, you know, not knowing each other and just going through these kind of things, because it's not really talked about, is it? 34 symptoms of the menopause. A woman somewhere is typing on the internet. My heart wakes me up like clockwork. Now another woman. My whole body feels like a bee box too big for the bees. At 3 a.m. a woman Googles burning tongue. Another woman searches cortisol, dying ovaries, blood sugar, light sensitivity, vampirism, migraine. On a message board a woman writes, "Does anyone else?" Another woman is typing, "Yes, I can't leave the house. I'm stone tired. My underwear is sackcloth." A woman reads about rage, feel parts of her skitter under the wardrobe. Everything in the pantry wants to hurt me. Sugar is hex. Coffee is bad, abracadabra. A woman unbidden pictures the dress she burnt with an iron when she was 19. Irredeemable, she writes. I sobbed right there in the bank. Is it normal? A woman asked the women. Is it normal to stand in a lineup of yourself and not recognise you at all? Is it normal to be scared of driving? The washing machine scales. Is it normal to wake up in a bread oven night after night, to flush blood away like you have emergency stores, for words to fall from your left hemisphere? And all the women on the internet, faces blazing in the blue light of their screens, say, "Yes, this is normal. We are here. We can hear you now." This is my last. There's a wood engraving by Frederick Sand from 1860 called "The Spirit of the Storm." It's Googleable, and she's just fierce. She's Medusa-y, and I thought, yes, let's have some of that. The spirit of the storm. There comes a point in every woman's life when she transmutes into the spirit of the storm. Why not grow snakes for hair, conjure rain and lightning from your artful hands? You've earned this wrath, don't squander it on slapdash chores and sundry empty tasks in the hollow of your living room. Get out and find a fitting auditorium. They've been opining it for years. It should come as no surprise when venom spouts forth from your breasts. Lo, you are supreme, the most debauched of all bad mothers.